11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking at noon, huge gains for the U.S. economy. The shocking new jobs report signaling an earlier than expected recovery.
Plus, most of our region is now in the final reopening phase. The changes you'll see when you get a haircut or eat at a restaurant.
Plus, a live look at downtown Pittsburgh as we're tracking a chance for an isolated storm. Sometime this afternoon, we'll have more on that coming out. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lesh.
And I'm Peggy Finnegan. We just got some updated numbers on the coronavirus from Allegheny County. There are 3 more deaths that have been reported. Since yesterday, that brings the county total to 168. There are also 8 new cases. 2 more people have been hospitalized.
Surprisingly, good news for the economy. The national unemployment rate fell from 14.7% to 13.3% last month. With 2.5 million jobs added, that is the biggest gain since 1939, when the government started tracking the data. Experts say it's a sign that businesses are quickly bringing workers back as states allow them to reopen. The countdown is over. Allegheny County and most of the Pittsburgh region are back to business today. You can see on this map the 14 counties in our area that are now in the green phase. The transition went into effect at midnight.
And that means restaurants, hair salons, gyms, casinos, theaters, and shopping malls are all allowed to reopen. But they must limit occupancy to 50%, and CDC social distancing guidelines must continue to be followed.
We know one of the biggest things people are looking forward to is getting a haircut. Salons and barbershops finally reopened today after more than 2 months, and Channel 11's Liz Kilmer takes us through the changes you'll see when you show up for your appointment.
It's a welcome sight for salon clients and employees. Finally, they are allowed to reopen as we enter the green phase. First thing Friday morning, customers eager to return to their barber lined up outside this shop in Bloomfield. For the first time in months, personal care services like salons and nail spas got the green light to reopen in the green phase. The governor, however, is mandating that they open at 50% capacity, operate by appointment only, and follow CDC guidelines for social distancing and cleaning.
They got the middle seat cut off. Looks like they're distancing properly. So I'm excited. Have a family reunion tomorrow. Wasn't going to go if I couldn't get my hair cut.
And stocking up on supplies, of course, has been so important to local businesses. Hear from a local stylist on that coming up tonight at 5. Back to you.
Please bring customers in. Everybody, get in here.
Well, today couldn't come soon enough for the owner of this popular Strip District restaurant. The green phase means that she can finally welcome customers to eat inside. Channel 11's Mike Holden explains how Kelly O's will look different when you grab a bite to eat.
It is truly all about baby steps. Restaurant owners told us they are so excited for the dine-in reopening experience. And right here at Kelly O's, they have taken social distancing so seriously that they've even marked yellow X's outside to make sure everyone is safe before they head indoors.
You want me to take one?
And once you head inside, the markers on the floor and directional arrows continue. Channel 11 was right there as the open sign flipped on, and Kelly O's Diner in the Strip welcomed back customers for dine-in service for the first time since the pandemic hit. Kelly O'Connor and her small staff have been on pins and needles waiting for the green light from Governor Tom Wolf. You could not help but notice a number of changes. Under Governor Wolf's new guidelines, customers must now sit at every other table. And at the countertop, it is 1 person for every 4 seats, of course, unless you're family. The restaurant will now operate at 50% occupancy. We watched from a distance as workers wore masks and constantly clean and sanitize the space. Sticking with the governor's measure, customers won't be seeing ketchup, salt and pepper shakers, or even sugar packets on the table. Everything now is only available upon request. We talked with customers and Kelly O herself about adjusting to these big changes.
It feels good. It is very surreal to be here, and I'm sure a lot more people will be out and about throughout the day. And just hope that everybody stays safe and follows the rules, and we'll get through this.
Like, yes, we get to see people again. Ah! Please bring customers in. Everybody, get in here. Just wait in line. We will gladly serve you all day long. We won't close until you guys go away. How about that?
And owners say a lot of this really boils down to common sense practices from hand washing to hygiene. We're now working to talk with additional local businesses and why some of these owners say they're going to wait it out a little bit longer before they welcome everyone back in for the dine-in experience. Reporting this afternoon from the Strip District, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
We're getting a clearer picture of when visitation can resume at nursing homes. Governor Tom Wolf's administration announced today that restrictions at long-term care facilities will remain in place for at least 4 weeks after a county enters the green phase. Officials say this is to make sure we're protecting our most vulnerable populations. This means the earliest nursing homes in our area can allow visitors is July 3rd. Now to a look at Storm Tracker, Doppler 11 radar. It's clear now, but some of us could see showers this afternoon.
Let's get over to Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Stephanie Allison timing out our forecast from her home.
Good afternoon, Gordon, Peggy. You know, we've had cloudy skies all morning long. Earlier, we had fog and low visibility, so that's starting to lift. We're going to have those partly cloudy skies as we move into the afternoon hours. So a little bit of sunshine that we'll see peek through the clouds will continue to warm us up. And daytime heating with the humidity that we have outside could fuel a shower or a thunderstorm popping up here this afternoon. But look at those dew points. It just makes it feel very uncomfortable outside. And that's going to continue as we head into the afternoon hours. Temperatures get into the upper 70s and lower 80s across the area. Our average high is 76. And today we're going to get to a high of 81. So you can see the humidity is high today. Very sticky conditions outside. Things change, though, this weekend. We have a very nice forecast coming to us. I'll let you know what you can expect coming up in the next 15 minutes. Back to you.
Happening today, in just a few hours, protesters are planning another peaceful demonstration on the streets of Pittsburgh and parts of the South Hills. The route will go through several neighborhoods. Police say that the protest will start at 4:30 on Broadway Avenue in Beachview, and from there it will go through Brookline and onto Dormont.
Pittsburgh leaders are calling for police reform after questions about how officers handled the protest in East Liberty this week. According to Mayor Peduto, there are indications that police commanders did not give the go-ahead for using tear gas to disperse the group Monday night. City leaders called for change at the local and state level. That was breaking yesterday at noon. They say they want to limit union arbitrators' power to overturn the disciplining and the firing of officers. So let's go over some of the changes the city is putting in place. The police department has already implemented some of these. Officers will be required to use alternatives before deadly force. Chokeholds would be prohibited. Officers will be required to stop other officers from using excessive force, and police will have to provide more implicit bias and de-escalation training. The head of the police union disagrees with the changes.
I think he's using the death of an individual, an unfortunate incident, to politicize it, and he's using it to launch his own agenda.
The mayor says the state legislature will be the one to produce real change. But some community stakeholders aren't waiting for lawmakers to take action.
Yeah, they're doing it themselves by pointing out what needs to change. The general manager of WAMO 100 organized this discussion last night. Black officers, detectives, and a police chief from 5 local police departments gave insight on what they'd like to see change. That includes getting more support from their superiors when they report issues and seeing more black men and women working for police departments.
One of the things that we're proud of in Wilkinsburg is that you do have a diverse reflection of our community. Our police chief is black. Everyone knows Chief Cookie Coleman. You have a black mayor. You have black detective, sergeant, you know, all of those things so that you've built that community trust.
Also, the panelists said more officers need to speak up when they see racial injustices happening.
As protests continue over the death of George Floyd, a judge has ruled 3 men accused in the death of Ahmad Arbery will face murder charges. Arbery was killed in February by a man who says he thought that Arbery fit the description of a burglary suspect. NBC's Blaine Alexander explains the new evidence that led to this ruling.
Chased, hunted down, and ultimately executed.
This morning, for the first time, we're hearing explosive new evidence in the case of Ahmad Arbery's death. Appearing on video before a judge, Gregory McMichael and son Travis, along with their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, all facing murder charges. Investigators say father and son pursued, then shot Arbery back in February as Bryan recorded video.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
During the 7-hour preliminary hearing, Special Agent Richard Dial testified Bryan told police Travis McMichael uttered a racial slur as Arbery's body lay on the ground.
Mr. Bryan said that after the shooting took place, before police arrival, while Mr. Arbery was on the ground, that he heard Travis McMichael make the statement,
Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, too upset to remain in the courtroom.
Ahmad was a victim here. Ahmad wasn't there. Isn't here to speak for himself. And I just couldn't take it at that point.
Arbery was unarmed, out for a Sunday jog, his family says, when he was shot 3 times by Travis McMichael. Gregory McMichael told police they thought Arbery was a burglary suspect. Defense attorneys insist Travis felt his life was in danger.
Mr. Travis McMichael used self-defense.
But Special Agent Dial said the McMichaels never called 911 before chasing Arbery, and that Bryan used his pickup truck to block Arbery's path, hitting him with his vehicle.
I don't believe it was self-defense by Mr. McMichael. I believe it was self-defense by Mr. Arbery.
Lee Merritt, an attorney for the Arbery family, says he has no doubt Arbery was targeted because he was black.
They tried beyond hope to make him the criminal in the situation.
Outside the courtroom, the crowd's reaction to the case heated. The deaths of Arbery and George Floyd laying bare a call for change.
In Atlanta, I'm Blaine Alexander, NBC News.
UPMC is expanding who gets tested for COVID-19, the 2 groups who will now be included. Plus, the Three Rivers Arts Fest kicks off today in a unique way. How you can still enjoy the event and support local artists.
Any surface that it touches is then sanitized.
And now this device is making its first appearance in a restaurant in our area. How it's clearing the air as we go green.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI Now.
Nobody can read between the lines.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck.
Like Judge Judy.
Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Take a look at this. It is an air filtering system usually used in hospitals, but this one is in a local restaurant. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman found out why this is a new application for this system and how it plays a role in that restaurant's reopening.
To me, is second to none.
Mark Baranowski, owner of the North Park Lounge, has just installed this air filtration system called Casper in all of his restaurants.
I found this company out of the Northeast in Boston.
He says the system is used across the globe, especially at hospitals, and now his restaurant is one of just 2 in the entire country to install it. The system not only cleans the air, but also tables, walls, every surface inside.
It is going to eliminate over 99% of all the bacteria, mold, and viruses that are within this building.
He wants to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 inside his restaurants and give customers and employees a peace of mind as indoor dining reopens Friday. The system costs about $10,000, but he says it's worth it.
I'm in the process of installing this in our house, so I figured if Casper is good enough for hospitals and healthcare facilities, it's good enough for my home and all the North Park Lounge restaurants.
Now, Mr. Baranowski understands some people are not comfortable yet sitting and eating inside a restaurant, so he set up all this outdoor seating at this location and his other locations in Lawrenceville and Murraysville, plus Barry's Pub. Reporting in McCandless, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
New at noon, Slippery Rock University plans to hold face-to-face classes in the fall. School leaders say it will be a hybrid design. In-person courses will also be available online for students who don't feel safe coming in. Course sections will be divided so classrooms are less crowded, and there won't be a fall break so that the semester can finish earlier.
Several local hospitals just got another shipment of remdesivir from the state. This is the 4th shipment from the Department of Health. 73 hospitals, including UPMC Presby, Shadyside, and Mercy, are getting 4,400 doses. The experimental drug is given to coronavirus patients and has been shown to shorten the recovery time in a clinical trial.
Eaton Park is welcoming customers back today after offering takeout only for several months. All Eaton Park, Hello Bistro, and the Porch restaurants are open for dine-in service. The changes include new seating arrangements inside, single-use paper menus, plexiglass dividers at registers, and social distancing in waiting areas and lines. Normally this weekend, thousands of people would be flocking to Point State Park for the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival, but this year it's going virtual. The pandemic forced organizers to adapt to an online landscape. So starting today, there will be 10 days of free art and music. More than 350 artists are participating, and you can buy some of their work online. There are even creative zones to keep your kids busy. The theme is the festival is virtual and the art is real.
If it has felt a little warmer than normal, that's because it was. Experts say Earth just had its hottest May on record. The agency looked at the average temperature worldwide for May from 1981 to 2010. Most of the above average temperatures were found overseas, but there were some in western Alaska as well.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Allison. A very warm and humid afternoon, and still ingredients outside to have a shower or a thunderstorm pop up in our forecast this afternoon. Cannot rule that out, but certainly not the severe weather threat we had yesterday. And this is going to usher in finally some nice weather for the weekend, as we'll have a front eventually move across us on Saturday. So as you can see, this afternoon, a pop-up shower through Washington, 2 o'clock. Then as we get into about 4, 5, 5:30, a few more showers pop up. Now, these could produce some downpours and some gusty winds, so watch for that. And then really, once the sun goes down, that threat diminishes for a partly cloudy sky overnight. It's going to be a warm night. So still that thunderstorm threat again this afternoon there, but much lower than it was yesterday. If you're going to be outside, just know that today. So gardening, 78 degrees at 3 o'clock. Maybe you want to get outside and mow the lawn or do some gardening or get the kids out of the house. So you're just going to have a very humid afternoon, 81. It feels sticky outside. So 82 in Beaver today, 80 in Butler, 78 in Uniontown. And watch what happens as we head into the evening hours. We stay still very warm in the upper 70s through your evening. If you want to do some grilling tonight, you may have that pop-up shower that you have to watch for. 65 overnight, warm and muggy and still sticky to start your day tomorrow morning. And then we're going to start to feel more comfortable on Saturday as we move through the daytime. So that isolated chance for today, but look at this, the next couple of days, great conditions to get outside and do anything you want to do. Wash the car, mow the lawn, get the kids out of the house. It's going to be fantastic this weekend to maybe go for a walk or a hike, especially Saturday afternoon and into Sunday as we'll start to turn less humid. Look at this. On Saturday morning, there is a chance of a sprinkle in the forecast there. As you can see, a little green blob that pops up there indicating that is a passing shower there at 11 a.m. Saturday morning. And that is due to this front that is going to eventually give us some less humid air in the forecast. So that's all that we should see out of that system for us on Saturday, is that passing sprinkle for some isolated spots. So look at these marks. We get to the lower 80s tomorrow afternoon. Our average high again 76 degrees. So coming in just above average on the warm side on Saturday. But we become cooler on Sunday. So the weekend's going to be pretty fantastic. And that breeze is going to feel wonderful as well. 81 tomorrow afternoon. Morning clouds mixing to sunshine there. And as I mentioned, that passing sprinkle in the forecast. 82 in Washington tomorrow. And look at the humidity decrease in the afternoon hours. Stays low on Sunday, but it begins to increase as that system, that tropical system, will head up towards Louisiana. I'm going to show you that here in a second. But cooler air the second half of the weekend. And this is the system we're watching here, Cristobal. And this system is going to get a little bit closer to making landfall there in Louisiana come Sunday and Monday. And it's going to bring us some very warm and humid air to the forecast, and it will eventually bring us some rain as it kind of gets together with another system, and that's going to come towards Wednesday and Thursday. I'll talk more about that in the next half hour.
Protests during a pandemic, what the CDC director is asking all protesters to do as he worries about a spike in cases.
Plus, why Philadelphia businesses have changed course and stopped offering police officers free meals.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
You can get a lot of things on your phone when it comes to the weather, but you can't get Scott's expertise. He's trying to narrow in on your neighborhood to let you know what you could expect.
You're going to know what to wear. You're going to know what the kids need to wear.
We call Tricia Pittman our expert for good reason.
You ask Tricia, where is the closure? She knows it, and 3 ways around it.
She's been doing this longer than anybody else. She has a direct pipeline to PennDOT.
They're the best in the city. You're prepared every 10 minutes, every day.
Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Businesses in Philadelphia are facing backlash for their support of police officers. A restaurant in Delhi began offering on-duty officers free lunch on Monday, but social media outrage followed, and employees threatened to not show up to work today. The restaurant changed course and stopped the free meals, and now local police are angry.
It's an absolute disgrace, and it is a slap in the face, and we won't forget it.
Nearly 30 workers at the Philadelphia Inquirer didn't show up to work yesterday because of a headline that read, "Buildings Matter Too." The publisher acknowledged their anger and said the paper has been slow to react to changes in the community.
The National Hockey League is targeted this Monday as the start of Phase 2 in its plan to finish the season. According to the NHL, this phase allows players to return to team practice facilities for voluntary, small group, individualized training activities on or off the ice. The protocols are meant to give players a safe and controlled environment to resume their conditioning.
Excella Health is celebrating Westmoreland County's move to the green phase. Take a look at these pictures here. The hospital lit up in green last night and will remain that way through June 11th. The CEO says it's a sign of hope and optimism for the future. Excella now has a less restrictive visitor policy and is resuming elective surgeries.
They just came in through Saturday and Sunday nonstop.
Yes, business is now booming in a local county that went green. Why one business said coronavirus restrictions actually helped them.
You cannot train a pit bull to become a French poodle.
Analyzing the behavior of the officer who allegedly killed George Floyd. Why a former FBI official tells Channel 11 the problem began years ago.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI Now. Channel 11 Morning News and the Breaking News Desk keep you informed on coronavirus. Our anchor brings you the newest updates that happened overnight and explains the impact on your family.
It will put direct payments into your pockets.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Allegheny County.
Well, keep the umbrella on standby. There's a chance for an isolated shower this afternoon.
And this comes after a tornado warning, storms, and power outages yesterday.
Meteorologist Stephanie Alice shows us how things are looking right now. Stephanie.
Good afternoon, Peggy and Gordon. You know, we've had cloudy skies most of the day. Now, this afternoon, we're going to see some sunshine try to peek through the cloud cover there. But it is sticky outside. It's humid. We have dew points in the 60s and conditions favorable to see a shower pop up in our forecast or even a thunderstorm. And what that could produce is some downpours and some gusty winds. So dew points, there you go, just very uncomfortable. Mid 60s, upper 60s, Greensburg, a dew point at 70. As we head into the afternoon hours, if you're headed out this afternoon, maybe for a run or a jog, just make sure you have your phone and the Severe Weather Team 11 app downloaded on your phone to keep that radar at your fingertips. 78 degrees at 3 o'clock. And the chance of those showers this afternoon and into your early afternoon hours, I'll pinpoint those locations, what you can expect for today, and a look at the extended forecast. That's all coming up in the next 15 minutes.
Breaking right now, the state just released its daily coronavirus update.
And there are more than 400 new cases in Pennsylvania, and the state is reporting 69 more deaths. On a positive note, the health department says 70% of patients have recovered. Locally, there are some discrepancies in today's update because of the change in the way the state is reporting. There is one fewer case in Beaver and Butler counties, no change in Fayette County, and one new case in both Washington and Westmoreland counties.
UPMC will now test residents and staff at all of its long-term care facilities. During a press conference with UPMC yesterday, we also learned doctors are seeing a drop in cases and the severity of cases has gone down as well.
We think that the total amount of virus looks like it has come down. Even in people who we test positive, they seem to have less of it.
UPMC has treated and released 500 people for coronavirus throughout its entire system.
We're learning more today about the behavior of the former Minneapolis police officer accused of murdering George Floyd. The former FBI Assistant Director Tom Fuentes performs psychological testing for police applicants, and he's been analyzing Derek Chauvin's behavior captured in the video of Floyd's death. Fuentes tells Channel 11 that he believes it was clear Chauvin didn't care about anything or anyone else in that moment.
You cannot train a pit bull to become a French poodle. If you hire somebody with those kind of character traits, they're still going to have that character trait, and they're going to be a ticking bomb on the street.
Fuentes says preventing abuse of power has more to do with applicant screening than the training the officers receive. Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder. He faces up to 50 years in prison. You can see more of that interview on the WPXI News app.
I do think there is a potential, unfortunately, for this to be a seeding event.
America's top health leader is worried that the protests that have gripped this country may lead to a new spike in coronavirus cases. The demonstrations have been daily since George Floyd died 11 days ago. John Lawrence has the call to action from the CDC director.
I will see everybody tomorrow. Please, let's go home safe.
People who have protested within the last 2 weeks are advised to get tested for COVID-19.
I do think there is a potential, unfortunately, for this to be a seeding event.
Dr. Robert Redfield, the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, says the risk of getting infected is more likely in larger cities that haven't controlled outbreaks.
Minneapolis happens to be one, was still having significant transmission. D.C. is another one. We really want those individuals to highly consider being evaluated.
Although some protesters wear masks, there's minimal social distancing within the crowds, and tear gas used occasionally by law enforcement, can make people cough and increase the likelihood of spreading the virus.
We have advocated strongly the ability to have face coverings and masks available to protesters so that they can at least have those coverings.
The CDC published a forecast Thursday that predicts more than 127,000 deaths in the U.S. by June 27th. Researchers say the data projects a decline in weekly coronavirus deaths, but that could change if the coronavirus thrives among protesters. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
We hope you joined us tonight for an important conversation. We were able to get legislators, city leaders, activists, preachers, a former police chief, and sports and media members to talk about what's going on in our country right now. It's a WPXI Now special called Bridging the Divide. The 2-hour special addresses the death of George Floyd, the protests and riots, and what needs to be said and done now to effect change. Bridging the Divide runs tonight at 8 o'clock on our WPXI Now streaming app, which you can get on your TV, smartphone, or through WPXI.com.
We told you restaurants are allowed to open today for counties in the green phase, but one owner we talked to says the hardest thing actually isn't any of the physical changes that we'll see.
It's going to be a challenge for us to deliver the hospitality that we're used to. It's about the experience. It's about getting together with friends and family.
Patrick McDonald's restaurant group owns Atria's and Jupiter Grills. He invited us to see how they've marked off every other table. Stacks of paper menus are ready for guests. And near the plexiglass at the hostess stand, they're going to be sanitizing all the pens. Based on the number of reservations they already have for this weekend, he thinks people are ready to go back out to eat.
Meanwhile, new details on the green phase from a local county that's been in it for a week now. Lawrence County went green last Friday, and today most of western Pennsylvania joined it. Channel 11's Amy Marsikowicz went to Elwood City to answer the question, how is the green phase going?
Lawrence County has been in the green for a week now, but any establishment you want to enter will have a sign saying, mask up. Luciano's Italian restaurant is back doing bang-up business since the restaurant reopened dine-in last Friday. Patrons wear a mask in but take it off to eat. The owner hopes every business entering the green phase will do as good as him.
I hope you guys kill it. I really do. I feel bad that you guys were closed as long as you did. For us, it was a scare. I couldn't imagine what they're going through, so I wish them the best. I hope it really rocks out for them.
Same story at Smokin' Dave's Barbecue just down the street. Offering only takeout for almost 3 months, they actually gained new customers who are now coming back and staying inside to eat. Instead of signs, every other table has T-shirts on chairs. This table to honor local police, fire, and EMS.
Saturday, as soon as the doors opened, they just came in through Saturday and Sunday nonstop. And Tuesday was really strong, and yesterday was really strong.
Diners we talked with just glad to feel some type of normalcy again.
A little concerned, but what are you going to do? At least you can get out a little bit now. Before, you couldn't get out at all.
These shirts not only an advertisement, but a way to show people which tables are off limits. In Elwood City, Amy Marsikowicz, Channel 11 News.
Still ahead, what police say they found in a man's backpack could have rocked downtown Pittsburgh.
You put on Channel 11 Morning News. There is a team that has been working all night to get you the news you need.
The news doesn't stop. We don't stop.
I know you have a busy morning. I'm a mom, too, and you're doing 1,000 different things.
We want to make sure you know everything you need to know to get prepared for your day as you head out the door.
You're going to get weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Jennifer is going to tell you the breaking news as it's happening.
We're not repeating the same stories over and over. We're digging for those new details.
You can be assured that you're going to get all the information you need before you head out the door.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Beaver County. Some of the city's most iconic buildings were on high alert after a backpack full of suspicious materials was found in downtown Pittsburgh. And this is the man police say is responsible, Michael Mashanowitz. Detectives tell us the 52-year-old man stashed the backpack away in some bushes within PNC Plaza. This all happened on Sunday. The next day, officers found the bag. It had 3 canisters filled with ignitable liquid and a fuse. Detectives were able to use cameras to identify him. Mashanowitz is in jail. He denies he did anything wrong.
2 Buffalo police officers are suspended without pay after they shoved an elderly man to the ground during a protest. The 75-year-old man fell backward and hit his head on the pavement and immediately started bleeding. This happened last night as police were clearing the streets when a curfew went into effect. The man is in stable condition with a serious head injury. An internal affairs investigation is underway.
Meanwhile, in Maryland, police are looking for a cyclist who assaulted a group of Black Lives Matter supporters. Officers say a group was posting flyers in support of the movement when a man on a bike started arguing with them and grabbed a flyer from one of the victims. The man filming the video says the suspect then grabbed his bike and charged at him, knocking him down. Google is giving its workers $1,000, what the company is asking them to build.
A local teacher accused of forging prescriptions. Only on 11, what a pharmacist saw that helped police make the arrest.
Channel 11 Morning News is committed to covering the reopening of our area.
Big news for restaurants.
Bringing you what's next with experts weighing in.
Online toolkit full of best practices for reopening.
Here's what changes in the green phase.
Count on Channel 11 News every morning.
Channel 11 covers weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the unique weather patterns across our neighborhoods. It's why it can be raining in Beaver County
while it's dry in Westmoreland County.
Weather coverage you can count on.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Only on 11, police say this South Allegheny high school English teacher forged prescriptions to get pain pills. They say he hit pharmacies in Allegheny and Westmoreland counties. Police told Channel 11's Melanie Gillespie how he was able to get his hands on a prescription pad.
We picked up the police paperwork on this teacher. He's accused of forging prescriptions in not only his name, his wife's name, but also his late father's name, all in an effort allegedly to support his own habit. A high school teacher is facing criminal charges accused of forgery, burglary, and drug charges after police say he stole a prescription pad from a dentist's office, all in an effort to allegedly support his own addiction to painkillers. Alex Strait was charged by the drug task force after a pharmacist at Ligonier Valley Pharmacy tipped police off, unraveling a trail of fraudulent prescriptions. Sources say Strait works at South Allegheny High School and is listed as an English teacher on the district's website. Police say Strait got a hold of the prescription pad from Dr. William Zamarella's office. Strait allegedly told police his friend has a weight room below the office and he would check to see if the door was unlocked, and went in after hours and took 5 pages from a prescription pad. Strait also informed officers he obtained the prescription pad he signed Dr. Zamarella's name and took that prescription to various pharmacies. One of the things that tipped this pharmacist off is that Strait allegedly left his truck at the gas pumps, walked up to get his script filled here at the pharmacy, then walked back to his truck without ever getting gas before he left. Police say Strait hit these pharmacies across Allegheny and Westmoreland counties, filling scripts in not only his name, but his wife's and his late father's, who passed away just weeks before. Dr. Zamarella told police Strait was never a patient of his. We tried reaching out to Strait's attorney, but he never returned our calls. I also reached out to South Allegheny superintendent to ask about Strait's employment and to see if the district had any comment about his arrest, but I did not hear back. Reporting in Ligonier, I'm Melanie Gillespie for Channel 11 News.
A tragic scene in Alabama. Overnight, police say 7 people were found shot in a home and killed. Officers got a 911 call around 11:30 last night about shots being fired. And when they got there, the home was on fire. Once the flames were out, first responders found 7 people who were shot to death. All of them were adults. No one is in custody, but police say there is no ongoing threat.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Allison. Still warm and humid outside right now, but good news on the way. By the second half of the weekend, we're going to turn cooler and less humid, so we have some great weather coming to us this weekend. Let's talk about this afternoon first. Still very muggy, upper 70s, lower 80s across the area under a mostly cloudy sky. A brighter sky will start to peek through here this afternoon, and Storm Tracker shows you that here a little bit through Beaver, Newcastle. You see the clouds thin out a little bit. And with the afternoon heating and the humid air mass we have in place, that's going to pop in a shower, even an isolated storm here through the afternoon, 4, 5, 5:30. So Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper will be on air tracking those, anything that pops up for you here this afternoon. And we can have some downpours and some gusty winds with those, and that threat really diminishes once the sun goes down, and then for us overnight, those partly cloudy skies. So that thunderstorm outlook is possible, but certainly not the severe weather we had yesterday in the forecast for us today. 81 degrees will be your high. We're going to do that again tomorrow. So some nice warm air in the forecast. However, it's just going to be humid today, muggy overnight. Look at these marks staying on the warm side through 10 o'clock. It's 74 degrees. Our overnight low, only 65. We should be down into the 50s this time of year. So muggy to start your Saturday morning. This weekend is going to be great to get outside. So let's talk about what's going to happen. 65 here to start your morning on Saturday. We will have clouds to start your morning, and then we'll have sunshine. So partly sunny sky early Saturday, a chance of a sprinkle there at that point because this front won't have been through yet. And it's also why it's going to feel muggy. Then by Saturday afternoon, you're going to start to feel more comfortable as that front comes through. That's going to cool us off as we head into overnight Saturday and much cooler air, as I just showed you on that map in the forecast for Sunday. So temperatures tomorrow, 78 at 1 o'clock, 80 degrees at 3 o'clock. Our average overnight low is 56. We'll get back to those marks as we head into the next couple of nights. So look at the gusty winds. Tomorrow, that breeze will feel nice as well with that mark at 81. Those morning clouds mixed to sunshine. Just beautiful weather in the forecast this weekend. Cristobal will be heading through the Gulf and towards Louisiana and then tracking up the central part of the United States and mixing together with another system. So what's going to happen is ahead of this system, we turn very hot Tuesday and Wednesday, near 90 degrees on Tuesday. And then eventually, once the system gets together with a low pressure system and a front, This will bring us rain for Wednesday night and into Thursday, and we're going to see some tropical moisture from that system getting together with another system, and something we'll track in the days to come. So this weekend, 81 on Saturday, 75 Sunday with a mix of sun and clouds. They're beautiful day. Both days fantastic, but Sunday will feel comfortable. Monday, 80 degrees, and then the humidity's back on the rise Tuesday with temperatures near 90.
The Trib reports Westmoreland County has been designated a high-intensity drug trafficking area. This is by the White House's Office of National Drug Control Policy. It means that the county is eligible for increased federal funding and other support. Westmoreland joins Allegheny, Beaver, and Washington counties in the designation, and the county is now eligible for federal resources to fight drug trafficking and abuse. A family's SUV torn to pieces. The item the suspect was so desperate to find.
Hey guys, it's Lisa Robertson, and this is a great idea. At Local Steals and Deals, we're always looking for things that are going to make your life better on a day-to-day basis, right? Sometimes the simplest idea makes you go, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? So here's the question. How many times have you been somewhere and you're trying to use a credit card, or you're using a keypad, or you're getting gas, or it's an ATM, right? And there's buttons, there's a keypad. You're trying not to touch it, right? You're like, wait, can I get with my elbow? Wait, with my knuckle? Wait, did I bring my wipes? I didn't bring my wipes to wipe this down. You don't have to do any of that. So this is the Clean Key. It's the coolest little invention. It's a 99.9% pure copper alloy. Did you know that on most surfaces, bacteria can live for up to 3 days? 3 days. Who has been touching that keypad in the last 3 days? Now, it's not going to be you, because this goes on your keychain, this goes right here, and now you're doing the keypad, now you're doing the buttons. Now, if it's a lever-style door, you can just go chink. Don't even have to touch the door to open it. And whenever I'm leaving the ladies' room, I'm always trying to not touch the door, right? This is the coolest little idea. And by the way, think about it. I would love to get this for my dad and his wife. When they're going out, they're going to be getting, gas. They're going to be going to the grocery store. They're going to be using a credit card and an ATM. My sister, her husband, my nieces, my nephews. I mean, this is the kind of great idea that is the coolest little gift that they're going to use all the time. Right now on localsteals.com, this is 30% off. So we're adding to your quality of life on a day-to-day basis. We're keeping you safe. You don't have to wipe things down. You don't have to use your knuckles. You don't have to use your elbows. One little Clean Key on your keychain, and you are good to go. So one of the great ideas we have for you, localsteals.com, 30% off. You're going to love it.
In Severe Weather Center 11, we cover weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the weather patterns across our neighborhoods and understand the unique influences on your area. It's why there can be heavy downpours in northern Allegheny County,
while it's dry in Greensburg and rain is moving into Irwin.
Our priority is to prepare you for the weather in your neighborhood.
Count on Severe Weather Team 11 on Channel 11 News.
Tracking storms where you live.
Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Google wants to make it easier for people to work from their homes.
The company is offering most of its employees $1,000 to make an at-home office. That includes anything from a computer monitor to a comfy office chair. Google's employees have been working from home since March. The company says it's all part of keeping employees physically and mentally healthy.
New video now. Police in California found themselves in a unique situation. They were responding to suspicious circumstances when they found a bear had gotten into a vehicle and then it was stuck inside. Officials say there was probably food in the car the bear smelled, so it trashed the inside looking for it. Deputies had to break the window to get the bear out.
The pandemic has brought a slew of home video trick shots, and today it's the egg drop challenge. Take a look. Oh, all right. Well, what happens if they screw that up? I guess that's what I want to see. 6-year-old Zeke is something of a trick shot specialist, and he has his own Twitter account. You can see he stacked objects on his father's forehead, including a couple of water and an egg. You might just say that trick is excellent.
That's funny. The father's a good sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5.
Was that a dad joke I made? I think it was. You can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI and Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Have a good weekend.
We've all slowed down, hunkered down to keep our distance, and the weather's helping to hold it together.
It's getting us through our day, our chance to get outside.
So while we're all figuring out our new normal,
one thing you can always count on, Severe Weather Team 11.
We're here.
Or here.
Forecasting your weather.
When you need to get outside for some fresh air, or you need to plan an indoor activity.